Good Sunday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here. Of course, my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And there goes Michael Anthony Fitness Gig Economy on to his other job. The hardest working man I know. He's not doing gig economy if he's not working with me on rebuilding like the red brick house. He is working with the Inventables. Shout out to my number one son, because you other three, you ain't worth jack. And you know who you are, Philly 500, Cop Pizzle, and Rio, who we will be doing a live stream family get together on Wednesday night. And I'm going to bust out on my kids because, you know what? I didn't get a single Father's Day card from any one of them mother humpers. I'm pissed, okay? You know, I brought you into this world. I'll take your ass out. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good holiday weekend and hope you're taking a look down there, guys. Oh, my goodness. 67 days, 9 hours, 13 minutes away from kickoff of the 2022 season. And tonight, there's the USFL World Championship game. And I know everybody's going to be tuned into that because that's like the Super Bowl. It's just like the Super Bowl, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Okay, you know.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug. So here we are. I hope you guys tune in tonight, 5 o'clock Eastern, for our call-in live stream Zoom call. If you are a channel member, you can be part of the studio audience. It'll probably be kind of light today because we don't have, of course, we got the holiday weekend, a lot of people out traveling and everything. It's all good. But we will be here with everybody that's here because, I just like to talk. Interesting thing was yesterday we saw pictures of Dak Prescott, Jalen Tolbert, CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, all working out private workouts together down in Florida. And this has become actually something that used to happen on a regular basis with the Cowboys until Dak Prescott got injured. And see, they haven't been able to do those workouts because Dak has basically been on a pitch count going into training camp last year, as well as not being cleared medically to do those things. And this is where I believe that Dak Prescott is going to be even more lethal this year on the field than he was last year. Because when I look at it, know that now, for the first off season, this is the first time that Dak and CD have been able to get together off the field to work out together. Remember, it was COVID 2020. 2021, Dak was recovering from the injury. Dak ended up having the shoulder issues. Dak did not have a training camp last year. To do what he did, recovering from the ankle injury, between the calf injury, between the shoulder injury, the hate that he gets, I don't know that it's warranted. Any quarterback coming back from what he had to come back and gets 37 touchdowns, 4,445 yards passing with only 10 interceptions, to me, that's a winner. You can trash him all you want. That's the way it is and all that. But go right ahead. I don't care. I don't care because what you actually have is a damn good quarterback, especially one that you drafted in the 4th round. So a lot of these lists out here, because we still have basically 3 more weeks of silly season, actually less than that. Some training camps actually open up on the 21st, so less than 3 weeks from now, teams will be on the field working out for the 2022 season. It's funny to me how people will say that Dak Prescott is under more pressure than anybody else. Really? Really? Let's go to Sports Center because they've got a clip in here, talking about players or quarterbacks under the most pressure. I can't think that Dak Prescott is under more pressure than some of these guys. I just can't. Let's go to the tape.
Guys are under a lot of pressure. We're going to start with Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He got his running back talking about it's a dream team. They're going to be unbeatable, but they must not remember who the quarterback is. Yes, he's gotten a lot better, but there's still room for improvement. talented everywhere on the roster, but if they're going to be unbeatable and they're going to be unstoppable, Jalen Hurts has to improve and he has to get better. So he definitely is under an immense amount of pressure. Number 2 is Jameis Winston. I think the team that's beaten the Buccaneers 4 out of the last 5 times, their defense is outstanding. They have the ability to go a lot further than people think they do based on the moves that they've made, but that is all going to be dependent upon Jameis Winston. Can he come back and continue that form that had them, man? I believe they were 7-2 when he got hurt. Now let's go to Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper is going to Cleveland. Dak Prescott, I think, is going to have an outstanding year, but he's got to have that number 1 wide receiver. Can he be that go-to guy? Can CeeDee Lamb continue to emerge and show you that he's one of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL? Because if he can, I think this offense is going to be pretty much what Philadelphia wants to be, which is unstoppable. Next, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, you talk about pressure. Like, he's on his 3rd team in the last 3 years. He has got to show improvement. He's throwing passes overhanded, throwing picks as he's falling down. For a team that needs a quarterback to step forward, Carson Wentz has to show just a little bit of improvement in Washington. And then the guy who I think, who wants a new contract, who shows you glimpses of being really, really good, I call him the little man with the big arm. He's got to show it on and off the field because his leadership skills have been questioned. Not only can he fit in this offense at a high level, but can he lead a team to the playoffs? Kyler Murray, I don't think baseball's a fallback plan. So Kyler Murray is under an immense amount of pressure this season, and so is his head coach, Matty, in that offense. They have to prove that not only can they win early in the season, but can they finish a season off in Arizona?
And that was a marriage. When they hired Cliff Kingsbury, it was known they were going to take Kyler Murray number 1 overall. They give you just enough to tease you early on in the season. They cannot finish the deal. We'll see if they can do that this season. Booger McFarland, who clearly went to the South House School of Roll Cues, just roll the tape.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. I don't see how you can say that Dak Prescott is under more pressure than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, the 3rd team in 3 years, and it's so funny because I got a Washington troll that just loves to come in and thinks that Carson Wentz is the guy that's going to break the curse in Washington. Carson Wentz has got to be sweating himself just trying to think about making it through the season, because how many quarterbacks honestly make it through the season in Washington? The record is not good. I'm not talking about being successful. I'm just talking about physically being able to get through the season. FedEx Field has had some crazy injuries on that field, and they truly are the Bermuda Triangle when it comes to the NFL for quarterbacks. And then Jalen Hurts. For Jalen Hurts, they've gone out and they said, we're going to get weapons for you. They got A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders, who's been, running his mouth saying that, I feel like we're going to be unstoppable. We're like an all-star team. Even big mouth A.J. Brown said, kind of pump the brakes on that a little bit here. We're not all-stars. Maybe we could be, but how about we get on the field first, So now even Eagle players are realizing, we're writing some checks that we got to cash. And, of course, we're having the usual turnaround for Cowboys, of course, after being trashed all off season. Now you're beginning to hear the Cowboys have more talent than anybody else. It's like, wait a minute. You just said before we don't have the talent to win. We didn't do anything to address the talent. Now you're saying we're a Super Bowl favorite, a division favorite, and so on. Anybody else feel that whiplash that we get? Anybody else? Because all of that noise comes outside of the Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't come from the Cowboys itself. I think the Cowboys are going to be good. I think Dak Prescott is going to play better. I think Zeke Elliott, if the offensive line plays better than last year, and I honestly believe when you think about 9 penalties for Lyle Collins, when you think about 13 for Connor Williams, and you think about 9 for Tyler Badish, if the team can just cut down on the penalties on the offensive line, they'll be better. Just that one thing, they'll be better. But I believe Dak Prescott having a full off season to really hone back into everything that is being a quarterback in the NFL, I think they're going to be better. But that's just my own personal take. I'm not going to go through and go on Eagle channels and Washington and Giant channels and proclaim that we've already won everything when we haven't even been to training camp. To me, that's just ridiculous. But, you know, I'm always here every day. Win, lose, or draw. I know those other ones, they're cockroaches. They're fair weather fans. And once their teams come out and start losing, you won't hear from them anymore. So today's going to be an interesting day. Like I said, 5 o'clock, we'll be doing our live stream. I am going to be doing some testing, okay, of the emergency Dallas Cowboys broadcast station. I'm actually going to go ahead and take my laptop and do like a little test. Just go out in the middle of nowhere where I don't have my own Wi-Fi. You know, I'll have my little MiFi. I want to do a test to see how well the computer system works out without being here, without being in a stationary Wi-Fi. So I may do a little live stream just to check it out and see how it works. And so be prepared for that. It'll be a test of the emergency broadcast system because if we are going to go to training camp, I want to be able to go down in a restaurant and a bar and be able to do the capabilities that I have here because, you know, my man, nothing but the best, Law Nation will be there for like 10 days. I know Big Game James, we're trying to see if we can get DMV there and so on. So we're going to be working on making sure that we can bring you the best content anywhere and everywhere we go. I'm Mark Holmes, and you know how we roll.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about